Good afternoon, Kristen Collins here on Wellbeing Wednesday. As always, I'm really happy to reconnect with y'all, and I am very, very inspired this week to talk about shifts in perspective and all of the transitions that are going on and how that affects our well-being. So first, I just want to thank you for connecting again this week, as I am at the apex of the most magnificent, gigantic, scary, incredible, I have no idea what's going on, transition of my life, and lots of you guys are weighing in and also experiencing major shifts, some that are very conscious and understandable, and some that are surprising the heck out of you and me. So thank you so much for connecting. This is my third Wellbeing Wednesday on my own platform, and I'm toying with how to put that out to you guys after I shifted from Lee Health. And I have started to put these out on YouTube and then just share them across the social platform. So the neat thing about that is that I'm meeting a lot of new people who are starting to connect and share this information. And I really appreciate that. It's really inspiring to me to have someone who I don't already know come across this information and then weigh in and or share it. And I'm like, oh, good. Not only does this help me get outside of my head, but then the feedback I'm getting from you is that it's helping you contemplate too. So from this YouTube platform, which I am not versed in, though my husband's all over it, if you're enjoying this content, please continue to share it. That's really helpful to help get the word out and elevate the awareness that we're creating. And also, if you would like or subscribe to this video, that helps boost the algorithms and then therefore helps to get out to more people. So thank you guys for that. And I'll continue to dabble with this YouTube platform and see where this takes us. So the first thing I want to share today for Wellbeing Wednesday is an incredible app that a really dear friend has shared with me called Synctuition. And they offer a 7-day free trial, which I'm in the middle of right now. And I've mentioned before that I'm really getting into the space of sound therapy and how vibration, energetic vibration, elevates, heals, and all that good stuff. So I'm on day 4 of Synctuition that I'm using for my morning meditation now. And I just wanted to share that with you, and I'll do my best to put that information in the chat for you. But I'll tell you what, try the 7-day trial and go through a week of having this vibration and use this as meditation, and provide me your feedback on that, because it's really, really, really at a cellular level helping me relax, especially this week, which I won't bore you with the untethering and all the insanity that's going on in the Collins household right now. So Synctuition, give that a try. Today in my Synctuition, I was like, I couldn't help smiling. I looked like an idiot laying there all by myself, smiling away, but it talked about getting back in touch with my intuition. And I've contemplated that a lot. I used to be a very intuitive liver, right? I just did things and people would say, how did you know to do that? Why did you do that? And I'd be like, I don't know. My gut told me to. And I used to live that way and make all of my decisions that way before I really had anything to lose. And what I'm realizing is in the past couple of years, especially professionally, when you start attaining and building and having a reputation and all of that good stuff and a lot of responsibility, I, for one, was losing my courage to just follow my intuition. And I really realized as I reflect that I was disconnected from my intuition. So I giggled when my session today helped me reconnect to my intuition and to follow it. So the discomfort that a lot of us are feeling, and we're not feeling well, or we're feeling off, is really because we're not in alignment with our true purpose and our true selves. So a lot of our discussions together on Wellbeing Wednesday are about helping you get back to owning your awesome, fabulous, unique self. And last night, I'm participating in a 10-week course that our friend Sean Harvey is putting out for Soulful Facilitators. And while we don't discuss what we do in that class because it's a safe, container, I am able to share a really big aha that I had last night in this 10-week program. And if you don't remember who Sean Harvey is, he's on this journey with us. He is an amazing spiritual leader. I adore the man. Recently relocated from New York City to Asheville, so now he's halfway to me, and I can't wait to physically hug him. And you can go onto his Soulful Facilitator website and plug into some of his offerings. And also a couple weeks ago, I did one of my interviews with Sean and wrote a blog about him. So you're able to find out about Sean's soulful facilitation work by looking on my YouTube page and finding that interview with Sean, or going on my website, KristenCollins.com, and finding the blog I wrote about my interview with him. He's really impactful in helping us rise our female spirit, both as men and women, and why that's so important to bring forward the feminine and embrace the feminine in balance with the masculine, because right now the feminine is so smushed in our culture. Anywho, last night we were in our, I think our 8th of 10 classes, and all week, maybe longer than a week, I had just had some thoughts bubbling up that in group Zooms, and I just was suppressing them. I'm like, don't say that. Don't bring it up. No one cares. No one else is saying it. It must not be. Just, kind of let that thought go. And towards the end of our 3-hour session last night, Sean asked a question and I spoke up and I shared the information, not very articulate, by the way. I kind of blurted out what it was that I was thinking. And I said, this has been bubbling for me for a bit, but this is how I feel. I don't really understand what that means, but this is what's coming up for me. And we kind of moved on from my little outburst. And a couple people later, Sean brought it back to what I had said and took my question a layer deeper. And we ended up spending about a half hour as a group, just peeling that onion. And I was so excited and so lit up because we were having a discussion and people were adding to the content, and we were just diving deeper into my discomfort of what this new thought I have on perspective and lens. And it was such a lesson to me. And what I want you guys to leave today with is that sit with yourself long enough to get in touch with your intuition. Trust your intuition. Speak your mind in a loving way, unattached to outcome. Speak up. Embrace your inner unicorn. Rock it out. We are not here to be the same. And we're not feeling well because we disconnect, because we're not in touch with our true selves. So Sean, thank you so much. And then one of my classmates who I've done, a bunch of great work with, all these different classes, Dina Wiggins out of Atlanta, she and I seem to keep gravitating into the same program. So Dina shared some information on something called the Perspectives Project. And I asked permission if I could share that with y'all, because it's about how do we host dialogue that is diverse. And a lot of it is pain-based and anger-based, right? And it's not about that we all come together to be one. It's that we all come together to hear each other and listen and agree to disagree at times, right? But how are we going to move forward as the diverse planet that we are so that we can coexist and cohabitate and be love? So Dina, thank you so much for bringing that up. I look forward to following that journey, and I will add their website as well. So with that, I want to close today as part of my personal growth work. One of my colleagues from Lee Health, Cheryl Schlichty, who's just been an amazing partner as I've grown in this space, for my birthday in June, she gave me these cards called Heart and Soul. And I told her the other day when I saw her, as I'm wrapping up my journey with Lee, that these cards have really been impactful for me. So right before I got on to go ahead and do this video for Wellbeing Wednesday, I took my deep breaths, I shuffled my cards, and I picked a message. And I gotta tell you, with these cards, some days I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. And then other days it's like I get totally called out. And I'm like, well, I don't think that's true. That can't be true. And then I let it absorb and I think about it and I'm like, maybe that is true. Maybe that's something really deep within me that I'm not paying attention to or I'm not in touch with. So I love doing this. So Cheryl, thank you for this gift. So today's card I wanted to finish Wellbeing Wednesday with. Sometimes the true purpose of things is hidden from view. Something doesn't quite make sense at the moment, but it soon will. All is about to change. A blessing is on its way, and many more will follow. Soon you will feel as though it's raining rose petals from heaven. Cheryl, thank you for that. And why I closed Wellbeing Wednesday with that today is trust your intuition. Don't be attached to outcome. Speak your truth in a loving way. One time, exhale it. If others don't agree or follow, that's totally fine. Be your lighthouse, be your unicorn, and just know and love you. So with that, please keep in touch. I look forward to chatting with you all this week and reconnecting next week. Have a great, great Wellbeing Wednesday, and I'll see you next week. Bye.